Hi, it's Deanna, and today I received another one of my Victorian photo albums in the mail. And this one's really nice because it's a lovely shade of burgundy and it's velvet material. It has gold gilded pages that wrap around the book, and it has a great locking mechanism that's still intact. A lot of these go missing over the years, and it's nice to have it. Unfortunately, the metal piece that said album on it went missing, but that's to be expected with a lot of these old albums. Has a nice graphic with gold gilding. And there's a lot of interesting photos in here. Most of the photos are from 1870s, 1880s, and it predominantly takes place somewhere in Lewiston, Maine. The subject matter in here is there's a lot of cool ones. We have what appears to be Catholic priests and monks. We have circus acrobats and regular everyday people. This one's really, really faded. You can hardly see the image. I don't know why that is, but apparently the photographer that took this photo did not apply the chemicals properly. And a lot of times that's the case why some of these photographs are very faded. So that could be a reason behind that. This lady has a great hat. And this looks like a bunch of young kids, and they look like they may be married. So that's quite interesting. Here's another young guy. Nice background. Lovely chair. And sadly, whenever you see a photograph like this, with this strange curled up looking border cartouche going around it like that, that means the person was deceased and this was a memorial photo. So it looks like a very young girl, and sadly she must have died young. The Victorian lifespan was very, very, very low. Most people lived to about only 45 due to all the diseases, plus childbirth was quite dangerous back then. This is a quite fascinating little picture. It depicts what appears to be two twins, and they're boys, and they're wearing dresses. One of the twins has a cute little like hanging piece of jewelry by his button, and their cheeks were hand tinted. Now the next photo is really, really interesting. It looks like circus performers, maybe tightrope acrobats, and they were ladies, and as you can see they're wearing really unique outfits. They have little boots that look like they're made out of some kind of flexible material, possibly suede. And they're wearing stockings. Their legs were not bare, trust me. Ladies did not, it was indecent to show your bare skin. So these were like early yoga pants of the day, or tights. And they have muscles, these ladies. As you can see, they have biceps. And it says the Laverne sisters. I Googled, and sadly I could not find anything for these people. Let's see, we're missing two photos here. When I typed in Laverne sisters, the Andrews sisters showed up for some reason. And that was the predominant thing that came up when I typed in Laverne sisters. Here's another young guy. Great background. as you can see there. Here's another young lady. She's holding what appears to be some kind of scroll. And I guess that's to show that she's educated. Maybe she went to school, which was not common for ladies. Ladies were considered to be just where they should be homemakers at the time. And a lot of them did not get education past a certain grade. Now these two are memorial photos. These two gentlemen died young, sadly. And here's what appears to be religious figures of the day. I'm not sure if this is Protestant or Catholic. I think they're Catholics because they have what appears to be robes with hoods. Maybe they're Franciscan monks or some kind of monks. Monks, whatever you call it. So that's quite interesting. Most of these photographs were taken by a photographer by the name of LaRock. And I think that was Lewiston, Maine. As you can see, there's all religious people of the day. And this guy's got a crucifix hanging around his neck. This guy has some kind of unusual collar. Maybe these were cardinals. I'm unsure. Unfortunately, I don't know. I haven't pulled out these cards yet to see if there's any names, which I'll do later. And I hope they have names so I can do some Googling and find out some information. This guy has cool glasses. This guy has a lazy eye. I think that's what they call it. Now, my favorite photo happens to be the one on the top left corner, and I'll show you why. This lady was so cool. Look at her bangs. I have never, ever, ever in my life seen a cooler hairstyle. Look at that. That is, she looks like a lot of fun, doesn't she? She looks like she was a real character. I've never seen a hairstyle like that in my life. And I wonder who she was. That card I actually pulled out and there was no info, sadly. And she really looks like, wow, like she must have been really fun. We have a tintype on the lower right-hand corner with a group shot. Now what I like about this group shot is the guy on the bottom in the center. He's actually smirking. And you don't see too many people smiling in these old photos, so he looks like he was quite a character. Now this whole entire 2 pages that you're about to see are all tintypes. And I really like these photos. These coats are really nice. And the lady on the right has a really neat pocketbook. Looks like a little leather purse. And it appears the photographer also hand-painted the jewelry that the ladies are wearing. As you can see, he gilded them in gold, and he tinted the cheeks. Whoever tinted these photographs did a really nice job. These are really pretty ladies. Let me actually, hang on, let me. Nice dresses. These ladies are holding books. That means they're educated. They wanted you to know that. They were proud of that. So that meant they could read and write, and they were probably educated past a certain grade and possibly went to school. These might be twins, these two girls. And these are all tintypes as well. And tintypes were photos that were developed on blackened iron. They were not on actual tin. I think they got the name because they cut the photos out with tin scissors, and they called them tintypes. That's a nice old photo. And you can see the photographer hand-tinted the jewelry here. He painted the buttons and the little brooch. He tinted the cheeks. And he did a relatively good job. Back then, there was no color photographs, of course, and it cost a lot more to have your photograph hand-tinted by the photographer. So if you were not able to afford it, you could not have this hand tinting on your photograph. So maybe these people had more means than regular everyday people. They may have been wealthier. Here's some more tintypes on the left. It's a really pretty lady. Nice hand tinting. Here's a group shot. Their cheeks look healthy and rouged. You have a young guy here. This is a regular photograph now. It's a carte de visite, or a visiting card. Or a cabinet, actually a cabinet card, excuse me. And the cabinet cards came after the carte de visite. And so these are quite cool. Here's some more cabinet cards, which are the largest size photographs. And we're almost coming to an end of this album. And last but not least, we have this photograph, which is a group shot of two ladies. And the lady on the left is holding a book, again showing you that she's educated. And I'm going to kill my teenage daughter because she's slamming doors and coming up and down the stairs every 2 seconds. Every time I do a video, that's what somebody's got to do in my house. I warn them, and they still make a racket. So I apologize. Oh, excuse me? Yeah, no, you have no excuse for living, young lady. Sorry. All right, thanks for watching. So, you know what? You're punished. Sorry, YouTube. My daughter's now punished. Now take care and thanks for watching. Bye now. I'm going to go punish my daughter.